Hey guys, Ryan Steinolfson here. It's Tuesday, the 30th of wow. Let's see, hold on a second. Um, of September, and definitely looking forward to giving you guys an update on what's going on with conversational AI and everything else that has to do with AI agents and just AI in general to help you to optimize your um, to optimize whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm trying to here send a link right now to somebody. Yeah. So anyway, so again, Ryan Steinolfson. I am the founder of DIY AI. Apologize for that. And if you're watching the replay, you can ask any questions, and also if you're on live, please go ahead and ask any questions that you want. I'm going to cover some topics today, unless I have somebody that joins me live here. The live is always better. Having somebody live where I can do an audit of the AI opportunities for their business, whether that's using the service that I use to create a website for your business, or whether that's using AI to answer the phone or respond to message leads or emails or text for your business. Here, let me just take that out. So I'm not going to hide that. And it's not local lead labs. It's actually if you want to learn more, you can go to the website. It's diyai.ai. And we do have a Skool community. It's skool.com/DIY AI. And you can also text me at 561-861-3238. Let me see if I can. Let's see. I'd like to do two of these at the same time, but I don't know why it's not. Anyway, I am going to go over some topics here. We're going to have somebody join us as well. Nathaniel from Sky Media Ventures is going to be joining us here in a little bit. And there's a lot happening, obviously, in the world of artificial intelligence. If you have not, if you've been living unless you've been living on a rock, you obviously have heard a lot about AI and what its capabilities are, and it just gets better. I mean, every day. Just even a more recent update today on Google on ChatGPT. Now they give you updates right in your feed for all the things that you like, and it allows you to customize it, which before was just like, here, what's your prompt? But now it's more than that. It's pretty fascinating what they're doing. So I'll just show you my screen here really quick so you can see. It's pretty amazing. See what I'm talking about. And I would love to have you on here. If you have any questions, again, go ahead and ask any questions you have. You can visit our website at diyai.ai. We do create conversational AI agents. Why would you want to listen to me? What is a conversational AI agent? It's an agent that is prompted by you. It's trained and educated by you. You basically give it all the knowledge that it has, and it can answer then any question that anybody has about your business or about whatever it is that you do. And it can answer the phone for you. It can respond to text messages, chat on your website, emails, etc. And there's Nathaniel right on cue. What's up, Nathaniel? So there he is. What's going on?
No, I'm the guy that comes on cue.
Exactly. You're like just right there, dude. So, I was saying that, we were going to have Nate on. Nate is a agency owner as well. He's down in South Florida, like I am. He's got a podcast. Do you want to tell people about your podcast really quick?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the introduction. My name's Nathaniel. I'm the founder of Sky Media Ventures. We're a media and marketing company. The marketing helps us do fun things like the media. So we have a podcast where we interview business owners, talented people, rappers, artists, musicians, and just helping them talk to the audience and how the audience can go after their dream goals and ideas.
Love it. Yeah. It's great because it's similar to this. I mean, it's not live. It's recorded, which is great because then you can you can edit out all the bloopers. With this, we're just live, baby. Like it's let's just go. So
I love that.
So anyway, so I wanted to, I like having people on live, because then we can kind of like go over things that we really, want to talk about. And I do have other things that, I've got topics to talk about as well, but I'm curious, what you're seeing right now, in the marketplace, I know, well, just so that everybody knows, full disclosure. So Nate's using our AI agent, with his clients, primarily for local service ads, Google local service ads. So for people that don't know what Google local service ads is, it's the listings that are at the top there in Google. When you type in, for example, like plumber near me or electrician, etc., it's literally like the top, the top listing there that you usually see that says sponsored. And so that, it's got really good positioning. Probably 40% of people select the business from that section, that are searching for a local business, somewhere around there. And, so it's really important. And now, there's what's becoming more important, what I was just about to show people, is large language models. People showing up for the large language models when somebody types in plumber in, for example, ChatGPT, or in Gemini, or in Claude. So what shows up when people do that? And there's a lot of ways to make sure that a business shows up there. We can go over that in a little bit. It's really important that you do know what those ways are. One of the ways is to make sure that you've got just the good old standard optimization on your site. I would also add a FAQ page on like an FAQ section on your page, and then make sure it's got good markup language on it, so that you're pointing Google in the right direction where it can find the answers that it's looking for. But
I don't think we've ever talked about that before, you and I, about showing up on like the Gemini search.
Oh, you've been showing up, you mean? You're saying?
No, yeah, I don't think you and I have talked about that yet.
About I'll show you.
Does a website need to? Because I've been helping clients get more SEO and Google My Business services. Do you think those services will directly impact if they're showing up on Gemini?
It can, but just because somebody's showing up in SEO doesn't mean they're going to show up in the large language model. So it's, we like to call it like large language model optimization. And one of the, I know it's a new, or GEO.
Ryan, every time I talk to you, you're teaching me something new. You're putting me onto something. So I think this is I got to write this down.
Yeah. So there's large language model optimization, or generative GEO. Some people call it, is generative engine optimization. So like that would be like the Geminis and the ChatGPTs, etc. And one of the things that's really good is to to just do the basics, like make sure that the on-site SEO is done. And one of the things that can help is what we're here to talk about, which is artificial intelligence agents, to make sure that there's an AI agent on the site, because by doing that, you actually increase the time on site that people spend on the site. And by doing that and having people interact on your site, people are able to see, or you're able to see what people are asking about, so that you can then create content or FAQ sections that would then allow you to show up more prominently on the large language models. So, just bringing it back to, what we're talking about. I'll show you a little bit more about, we'll actually do a search on my phone, and I'll show it on the screen here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Oh, we lost him. So let me just show you my screen. So here, let me share a screen. Let me see here. Actually, let me share my phone. Okay. Hold on. Boom. Share. Add.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Okay. So we're sharing my screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I had two back-to-back calls, so they messed up my whole the stream a little bit.
Oh, okay. No worries. We're okay. So let me. So So what I was going to show you is, let me see how I can, here's my phone. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So if I go to like Gemini and I say, plumber near me, which a lot more people are doing this now. Probably 20-30% of people that were previously just searching on Google are now going to Gemini or a large language model, and they're doing this type of a search. So I don't know why it's taking so long, but let's do it again. It's interesting. It's connecting to Google Maps. That was interesting. It didn't actually do anything. Like, I'm gonna go back. So let me go to ChatGPT. That was a bad experience. I like this, by the way. This is what I was talking about in the beginning of the show. Today's pulse on GPT. You're all caught up. So it's really interesting because it shows you, like, you can literally customize. It's almost like an info flow here, and it gives you all the latest updates. I could literally have, like our DIY live, call just talking about these topics that are showing up for September 30th, because it's all about anything that has to do with AI, because that's what I wanted to send me. And it's all curated. So you can edit the curation. So if I click this, it says, you've been focusing on building fast, reliable voice messaging AI for SMBs, improving LSA, GBP performance, CRM, service site integrations, A2P compliance, and workshop hooks. Today's feed reflects those exact priorities. Anything I missed? And then you could say, I'm curious about, or I'd like to learn more about, and then it'll give you tomorrow, it'll give me more information about whatever I tell it. So it's kind of a customized feed. I really like it. You can see CRM flow and warm transfer stress test. So this just talks about, more people are using, warm transfers. We've been using for a long time, which you've been using actually with your clients. How are the warm transfers working?
They love it. They love it. It gives them an opportunity to pick up the phone, and if they don't pick up the phone, it gets transferred to the AI. And after hours, after 5 p.m. and on weekends, it goes straight to the AI. So it just gives them an opportunity to never miss a lead.
That's awesome, and that's exactly what I think this is talking about. If I can click on this, and it'll give me a little ready to use kickoff go live expansion checklist for your AI. Oh, and look at this. This is what's amazing about it. Is it literally gives me a checklist to make the warm transfer even better. Isn't that amazing? So it's like, here's your goals: speed to answer, less than 30 seconds, lead source inventory, LSA message leads. This is tell you, like where the lead sources are coming from. And then it says, CRM plus calendar integration. It basically is giving you like a formula for how to implement this, and it's pretty cool. So it basically is working overnight for you. It's working on things that you are interested in overnight and giving you answers the next day.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, so let me go back here and do a search for plumber. Got it. Can you clarify what you'd like to do with the plumber? Let's see. Find a plumber.
Fix the toilet.
All right. Find a plumber near me. Okay, searching the web. Okay, so there you go. So here's a listing of the plumbers that are near me, and you'll notice what they do in Node. So this is why I'm saying put an FAQ section in, because it'll pull from your FAQ section information about what you do and other things. So, and it says, if you can tell me your exact address and zip code, and I can zero in the absolute best. So I'd say 34990. And it'll give me a local bit. So this is now how people are doing searches, and so here they are. So these are the top ones in this area.
I wonder if they're going to start like allowing agencies like you and I to start running like ads on
Oh,
the.
they will. Oh, yes, they are. Trust me. This is like top of their list for sure. Um,
Okay,
I'm,
so like same thing, because Google, I was just watching a video with this guy named Neil Patel. He's
yeah.
like one of the best digital marketers. He was saying Google was spending like, or was making like 400 billion or 200 billion every month or something like that, or maybe a year. It was some extremely amount of revenue just on the ad spend, on like the Google ads, the LSA ads. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, if someone could search up plumber near me and there's a sponsor or like a LSA, like a sponsor, something like that,
Mhm.
that would make sense.
Totally. So far I've done a search on Gemini and ChatGPT, and now I'm going to go back to Google Maps and I'm going to do the same search. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to Chrome. I'm just going to do Chrome. So the reason why I'm using my phone is because this is how most people find businesses. This is local service ads is optimized for the phone, for a phone experience. It's not optimized for desktop. So plumber near me. And by the way, this is why I'm saying that everybody, Nate, needs to get an AI agent, because look at this. Get competitive quotes. All somebody needs to do is click on that, and it messages up to 4 plumbers at one time.
Oh, I don't like that. It's
I
kind of weird.
know, but
That reminds me of Angie's Leads almost.
I know, but this is the Google gets paid 4 times as much, and because they get paid they get paid more money because potentially. So basically, this is the reason why it's important that you've got an AI agent to respond instantly, because you're only gonna get more and more leads and more opportunities. But just because you get the opportunity doesn't mean you convert them unless you actually it's speed to lead. So on this is kind of the foundation. Okay, this is where everything should be built off of. So in this search for plumber near me, it's saying Benjamin Franklin, JB Service, and Roto-Rooter. Now let's go back and see how this compares to the results in Gemini, and you can see it's different. It's a lot different. JB is in there, but there's there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's a different result. Do you see that?
It is.
Yeah,
So,
and then
so right now, to get on the to get pulled up on the large language model, they would probably need an AI agent on the website, because it gives more time for the customer on their website. And what else are they looking at to get found on the LLM?
yeah, the other thing is that when people have conversations with the agent, it also makes it so that you know what people are asking questions about. So then you can create FAQs from those questions that people have or that they interact with the agent with. And in our platform, because all the conversations are recorded and transcribed, now you can go back and you can see those questions that people have, and that can allow you to create FAQ questions that when people do a search in a large language model, they might not just type in plumber near me. They might type in something like plumber that is really good at fixing toilets or really good at fixing, stoppers or whatever. And if you've got an FAQ about how to fix a stopper, then you might be listed. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Or how, so these are, and also if it's got the right markup language. So anyway, there's a lot of ways that you can start showing up here, because it's not just search engine optimization or Google Business Profile optimization anymore. It's large language model optimization. And what you want to do is you want to see what these guys are doing, what's being pulled in here in terms of the notes, so that you can then create an FAQ or information that's similar, so that you can show up for these kind of searches. Yeah. Here. So this one says based in Palm City, full service, 24 hours. So Google or ChatGPT really like the fact that, obviously when they reference something about Palm City in their website, full service plumbing and then 24-hour service. That was kind of what got them to be shown up at the top there. So if I were a business, I would definitely mention those three things. Or I would put them in a title, or create a post about it, or put this specific information on the homepage and in an FAQ as well. And maybe even create a video about it. We do 24-hour, and then put that video on that same page. We're based in Palm City. We're a full service, full plumbing service company. We're open 24/7. Boom. And then, add that to the website. This really gives you an indication of what they're looking for, and it even says, if you tell me your street or neighborhood plus what plumbing issue you're dealing with, see, leak, clogged drain, water heater, I'll pick the best two and run a quick expected cost plus what to ask breakdown so you don't get screwed.
It says that so you don't get screwed?
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's even talking like a plumber.
I know, dude. I mean, that's awesome. All right. Oh, and by the way, new thing that we're doing, I was saying that we transcribe the calls and we record them. One of the things that we're doing is we're integrating with, just so that, for your clients, we're integrating with like Go High Level and Service Titan. One of the things that we're doing now is we're able to pull in the conversations that not just the AI conversations, but the actual human conversations from either Go High Level or whatever CRM that they have, in order to have the AI agent analyze those calls and give feedback as well.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So as long as you guys are using like CallRail or, some platform that records the calls, we can grab those calls and we can give feedback on how the call went.
Perfect.
Yeah. The AI agent can do that. So anyway, so that's just something to think about. But, so what questions do you have? What are you seeing out there? Or
what new verticals are out there?
I'm already,
give me a couple. Just give me a couple. Just one or two.
Massage therapists.
Oh, okay.
I know. Not, and just so and I'll show you guys. So here's what I'm talking about. But
can I give you one that I feel like is not really being called? I'll just
yeah.
All right. I feel like storage units.
Yeah. And that's good. And then there's also a massage therapist school. Massage therapy school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a vertical. I've tried to talk to a person that does massages to put them on LSA before, but they couldn't see they didn't. Yeah.
I know.
It's different than like a big high ticket service or product.
Yeah, I agree. So those two, yeah, I agree. You really need a bigger ticket, service or whatever. I'm just trying to think of.
Have you had luck with med spas on LSA? Because I see med spa on LSA, but nobody is running for med spas.
Well, I don't think med spa is on LSA.
It's on the calculator.
Yeah, but okay. So look at this.
What's that?
There you go. That's a med spa, and it looks like it's. Yeah, I think that's
not LSA though. That's just their Google business profile.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
And
but it says sponsored.
Right. It's a pay per click.
Yeah, it's PPC. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that's just for some. I think it's the cost per lead. I think it's so high. Like if you go on local service ads, you look at the calculator, you can find the vertical medical spa, but then you look at the leads and then the number and then the area code, and it's like so high. I think for 15 calls, it came out to be like $113 a lead
Wow.
for a med spa.
Yeah, I mean, but if as long as they have a 10x return on investment, it's okay.
I don't think they do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking to a med spa right now, and I'm trying to figure out, what would the best course of action be for them.
yeah. No, I know there's a lot of, I mean, there's definitely a lot of opportunity in that vertical. I do have so just some of the things that I was going to talk about here today really quick. So some of the data points informs, dude, the AI market is projected to reach 14.29 billion in 2025 already. And grow to 41 billion by 2030. I think that's conservative, but
Yeah. I was about to say those are low numbers.
yeah, and in 2025, about 78% of companies are integrating conversational AI into at least one part of operations. That's pretty high. 78, more than, I mean, pretty close to 80%. One of the biggest trend shifts is contextual AI and integration with CRM's data, so the bot knows past customer history, not just triggers. I agree. It's important that agent is connected to the CRM and has context. And it's funny that people are just starting to realize this, voice-based AI is on the rise. It's funny, meaning you'll see more calls, conversations in voice format, not just text, of course. It says on Reddit and forums, people experiment or ask about AI agents for lead gen, often with caveats. I'm building a chatbot that guides conversations to identify ICP and then delivers leads. I don't know what that means. Okay. So it's just I guess it's just more specific types of agents. AI tools improved lead generation, but may rely on stale contact databases or poor personalization. So what they're saying is they're just kind of warming up a list. That's what they're using AI for. Okay. Closing the lead leak. Most businesses, lose more leads than they think. I agree with that. Omni-channel AI agent, one agent across channels. This is so funny. I still, dude, we just talked to a call center the other day, and they're just setting up an AI agent that's just voice, no messaging, no texting, just voice. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they're just just making it so it does one, like one channel. But this is what we're still seeing out there. Let's see. Qualifying book. Okay. What happens when you actually use an agent? Numbers? Yeah, I mean, and I'm just wondering, are you seeing any numbers? Are you able to produce any numbers with your AI agents, like in terms of like any increase in conversion rate or anything like that you're seeing? Nate?
Well, there was I don't really have a number for you, but I know one of my clients, and I'll say it again on live. One of my clients was doing LSA for 4, 5, 6 months. They called me a month and a half ago and were like, "Hey, we're thinking about canceling because the leads are going low. We don't really understand, blah, blah, blah." And then I said, "Hey, well, you've missed 9 phone calls in the last month." And I called back one of those leads and asked them if they still needed business. And they go, "No, we chose a competitor." And so I had to talk to my clients. I said, "Hey, look, because you're missing phone calls, they're choosing competitors. And that's why you're feeling like you need to cancel. So let's not cancel and let's just try something different." And they go, "Okay." And so I think yesterday they received a lead. AI picked it up. Today they received a lead. AI picked it up.
Wow. And so those are calls that, and this is what people need to understand, is that those are calls that normally would have been missed. So the AI is giving people the ability, or business owners, the ability to be able to answer those calls that would have just gone into, like the abyss. So the fact that, you can, put an AI agent on the call, you give the humans the first 10, 15 seconds to answer, which, by the way, I think 15 seconds is, like we talked about yesterday, I think that's really kind of the max. When we're talking to Corey, I agree with him. But you give the humans the first 10 seconds, 15 seconds to answer. If they don't, and it looks like it's going to go to voicemail, then that's when the AI picks up and it has the conversation it qualifies the person, with voice or with chat. It can be, the AI agent can be connected with any, Google Business Profile page that you have, any, even WhatsApp. It can be connected to your messaging, to your messaging on Facebook. It can be connected. The agent can be connected to your emails. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to, seeing more of the data, like actual hard numbers where, okay, like that would be a great example, Nate. Like now that you've got, do you know the date that they started the agent?
Yeah, if I go back on my, if I could find out the date. Yeah.
Yeah, because then all you'd have to do is just look and see, okay, before that date, what was their conversion rate? And now after the date, what's their conversion rate?
Okay.
I mean, if it increases, I'll bet you it increases by 10 to 20%.
Oh yeah, it for sure increased.
Yeah. And this is what I'm looking for. I know I'd like to have the hard and true, like black and white numbers, I mean, so all it would take was just go back and, like, I know you're laughing because, you love going back and getting those numbers. But you just, not everybody has, the ability to be able to just be like, all right, just trust me, it's working. Mr. Client, I just, it's working. You don't need numbers.
Well, they could see a result too. Like they see the text messages and the emails of all these leads coming in with the AI. So that's big too. But you're right. No, you're right. And with a good CRM could help you produce those reports and numbers, right? With Go High Level.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're still not, are you using a CRM or no? You're not yet.
No, I'm not yet. Just
right.
still on Google Sheets.
Okay. I mean, whenever you're ready, I mean, we can, and there's a lot of CRMs out there. We integrate with, our AI, agent integrates with most of them. So like, that would be like Service Titan, like I said before, but yeah, I really, for any agencies out there as well, if you're looking to, like, Nate is an agency owner. So he's now able to layer on an AI agent to his services that he offers and really make all the other optimization services better, because the other services he offers are all lead gen strategies. This is a lead conversion strategy, which is, really completely different because, so it's nice. It's a really good complement. So, yeah, I tell people
it's the ultimate combo. Local for, like, let's say local service ads, AI 24/7 AI integration. It's like a 1-2 punch. It's like a perfect storm right there.
Boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, and and when you have the AI agent, and you and I have talked about this, of just offering the AI agent as part of the service, just increasing the amount that we charge, because I think people are so inundated with AI this, AI that. It's almost just like, okay, we've got a proprietary system that nobody else is doing. We're gonna generate more leads for you because we're gonna give Google what it wants, and that's all you got to say. We're gonna give Google what it wants. So as a result, you're gonna get more leads. And you're using the AI agent on both texting and voice for LSA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. I mean, because, and I'm also wondering, that's the other thing. Yeah.
And they're so impressed. They're so impressed with how fast the AI responds back to these people with the LSA. Because if someone's going to message you through the LSA, you better have that AI agent there, because if you spend 30 minutes and message them back, they're gone.
They're gone. Yeah. Well,
I don't think they receive an email through their Gmail or something. Like, I don't know how they're getting that message back if you message them 30 minutes later.
I mean, that's just the problem. I mean, a lot of people have told me over the years, that they don't even get a notification sometimes of a message lead coming in. So they just, so a lot of times they don't get a notification, they can't respond. And so this is why it's so important to have, some sort of a solution that can make it so that you can at least respond to these leads. But yeah, I mean, I really appreciate you, and getting on, because, it's one thing to talk about this stuff, but to, hear somebody using it and getting results. And what was I going to say? It also allows the client to be able to be open 24/7. you know, I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
and
Well,
then,
we've had clients get leads at 9 p.m. and then convert those leads into actual jobs the next morning, but we wouldn't have received that lead if it wasn't open 24/7 and if we didn't have an AI agent. It's just such it's a good service,
yeah, well,
and
it's good. I
Mhm.
mean, go ahead.
No, it's just that was it.
Yeah. What I'd like to also see, I'd really like to see, Nate, what the increase in lead volume is. Like, how many more leads are your clients getting, do you think, when you turn the AI on? Do you have a before and after, or do you think you can, what do you think?
Yeah, I could do it with Aquatics Unlimited.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Even if it's just like rough numbers, like now, before they were getting this many leads a month, now they're getting this many leads a month, I would be, after
And
the AI agents, yeah.
and does your Go High Level get those numbers for you like immediately?
Yeah. Yeah, you can set it up to track your local service ads. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, what else? Yeah, we have another new agency that's coming on board in the UK, so that's going to be
No
cool.
way.
Yeah, this guy Taylor, and he's a buddy of mine that I met at a event that I went to out there for Ted Carr. I paid $10,000 for his one of his trainings, and didn't use it quite as much as I really should have, I guess. But
Hey, we've been there, done that. We've spent thousands of dollars on something that
yeah.
maybe we didn't get much out.
It's all good though. I mean, I learned, and anyway, so he's in. Look, I got him as a. And what's interesting is this guy. He was telling me today, Taylor. I talked to him, and he's implementing for insurance agents. Get this, in the UK. I don't know if you've heard. I don't want to geek out on you here, but I mean, basically, what you can do is you can set up a large language model on a computer. So it's not in the cloud. It's a local large language model that's basically connected to like some really big motherboards, some processors. It's got some really good processing speed. But anyway, what he's able to do when he by doing that is he keeps everything siloed, because these insurance companies and these securities companies cannot connect to a large language model like a ChatGPT or a Gemini, because then their data, because all of this information is needs to be secure. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So it's really interesting. I mean, so he's basically setting up these private like ChatGPTs like in these businesses in order for them to be able to
Communicating
consult.
customers.
Yeah, well, for the AI agent to basically take over the workflow for the business, for the people that do the work there. So what's happening now is they've put this AI agent on their local area network, and now the large language model does all the paperwork that these guys previously didn't want to do. So now it's improving these guys' functionality, like their productivity by like 100 or 200%. Whereas normally they'd have to fill out all this paperwork, and it would take them like 30, 40 minutes. Now it's taking them like 5 minutes to fill out a piece of, some of this paperwork, because the large language model just takes all the information, just plugs it right in. And then all they have to do is just like review the document, and it's already done. It's done in minutes instead of hours.
That's big. Learn more about that. I'm interested. I'll try to research more about that stuff.
Yeah, it's just think of like ChatGPT, but on a local network. Like local. So anyway, I don't want to take too much time today. We talked about the Gemini large language model stuff. The optimization for the large language model, LLM, large language model, LLMO. And it's all about doing the basics, like the blocking and tackling of search engine optimization, adding the FAQs, and making sure you're using markup language. Like that's really important. The schema markup language, so that the AI agent. So this is one thing that you would want to ask if you're using like some agencies use like a white label provider in order to get stuff done for their agency. So you'd want to ask an agency if you are an agency owner and you're getting white label services from somebody, you want to ask them, are you doing large language model optimization? And then if so, what are you doing to do that? How are you doing it? And are you tracking the amount of traffic that you're generating for a business from the large language models? And if so, how are you tracking it? So anyway, those are some questions, and you want to make sure that they know these things that I talked about, like setting up the FAQs, setting up the the code the right way, the schema code. But yeah, and the market's getting bigger, and and I appreciate you jumping on. If you got any, if anybody has any questions, please just chat in the comments. By the way, before we jump, and Nate, you can put in your here, let me add your, hold on. So you guys can go to my website, DIY AI. You can also go to our Skool community at skool.com/DIY AI. It's completely free. There's free content there. I know, Nate, that some of your employees have watched some of that content and gotten some value, right?
Oh, we make them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you can call or text me at 561-861-3238. And where do people find you, Nate?
They could find me on my website. They can find me on social media. Very simple, Sky Media Ventures. We're like the only Sky Media Ventures. There's a lot of Sky Media, Sky Ventures, but not Sky Media Ventures. Google, website, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, we're everywhere.
Awesome. Yeah, he is. Does a great job. Maybe
trying to get like this guy. Trying to get like this guy in 3, 4, 5 years.
Whatever. You'll get there in like 2 or 3 years the way you're going. So, all right. Thank you. Thanks, Nate.
See you, Ryan.
Later. Bye.